Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So this is my fifth episode or video that goes through my top 10 of Eurovision related stuff. So what I thought I would do, and I've wanted to do this for a while, but someone's kind of beaten me to it on YouTube. So I was thinking a few months back going through Thomas Gison's discography. So Thomas Gison has been part of the songwriting production team of I think 16 songs that have blessed the Eurovision stage, but he has also been part of countless songs at the national final level. Majority, obviously, in Sweden, Melodifestivalen, with him being Swedish, but a multitude of other national finals across Eurovision participating countries. So Mizia Eurovision has beat me to it. So they've done a fantastic video where they've basically, right from the beginning up until the present day, have basically created a compilation video, which I'll put the link below, of all of Thomas Gison's songs, which made life a little bit easier for me, I have to admit. I'd kind of written some notes a few months ago of kind of the ones that stood out for me, but I kind of did watch this video just to kind of see if there was any other hidden gems that I wasn't aware of. So I am going to utilize their video for this top 10 video. So I really thank them, because they've done a huge amount of work, which I'm totally getting on the back of. So credit to them. Subscribe to their channel if you haven't done so already. So what I thought I would do is, rather than actually doing or including all of the songs that went to Eurovision, because I guess I would get into the realms of Tattoo versus Euphoria by Loreen, which I can't really be bothered to do. I can't really be bothered to engage in the comments as well with people. I feel that is still probably one of those controversial debates that's still out there looming, which divides opinion, like Brexit. So I thought what I would do is, actually, he's had countless national final songs where I listen to them even today, and I am obsessed with at the same level of Eurovision songs. So this top 10 is just going to feature songs that didn't make it to Eurovision but participated in national finals. And even then, it took me about 3 days to kind of dwindle down 35 songs, to the point where I had 15 and I literally couldn't do it. And so I think the best way to get around that problem is five songs that deserve an honourable mention. So I'm going to play those now. So then that leaves 10 songs. 10 songs that have made it into my top 10 Thomas Gison Eurovision National Final participating songs. So here we go. Now I'm going to admit it is quite Sweden heavy from 10 to 5. So bear with me. There will be other countries, I promise you. Yeah, please bear with me. So number 10, thanks to Eurovision ESC Radio, it's introduced me to songs that I've not been familiar with, and when it comes on I'm like, what is this song? And one of those songs is Pietra Tango, who participated in Melodifestivalen in 2004. On the tango, you and I. So this song came fourth. I think, you know, from the snippet that you've already heard, if you haven't heard this song before, you can only admit that this is an absolute earworm. For me, this is a great number. It really, really does stand out. You know, is it better than Lena Philipsson, It Hurts, who did go to Eurovision to represent Sweden? Don't know, that's a good song. But I mean, had this have gone to Eurovision, I think this would have equally got a top 5 position. So yeah, 10th place, Pietra with Tango. 9th place, a lot of my top 10, I put them in here because A, I love them, and B, I want to talk about them. My 9th place is a song that just got absolutely robbed. It got eliminated in the semi-final stage. I think it came 6th place in their heat. And it's Swedish Housewives with On Top of the World.
We're on top of the world. Oh, baby. We are dancing on the edge of love. On top of the world. Oh, baby. We are shining like the stars above.
Look, you've got 3 things that I love, right? A Thomas Gieson written song, a kind of camp schlager number, and girl band. So this girl band is made up of 3 members who've all participated in Melodifestivalen in the past. Pernilla Wahlgren, I was assuming Wahlgren, Jenny Silva, and Hannah Hedlund, the sister of one of the Alcazar chicks, ladies, people. But nonetheless, this song on instant listen, I was like, this is amazing. And then I just assumed it would definitely qualify out of the heat, and it didn't. And then I was waiting for the results to come out, and I was like, it didn't even come close. Don't understand. Love this song. Listen to it all the time. So yeah, my 9th place is Swedish Housewives. My 8th place is another song which I don't understand why this didn't do well. I do have some sneaky suspicions. So my 8th place goes to Jenny Silva, who was previously in the Swedish Housewives, but before that, she had a few solo singles, but her best one for me is Something in Your Eyes, where she competed at Melodifestivalen in 2011.
Something in your eyes, something in your smile, just tells me that you're mine. Tell me that you are the only one for me. I will never leave you, I will never let you go.
So this did a little bit better than Swedish Housewives. It did get to Andra Chansen, the second chance rounds, but did get knocked out. Is it true that this song was written for Charlotte Perrelli and she didn't end up doing it? Because Jenny Silva's previous effort at Melodifestivalen was more kind of alternative. And so as a result of that, there was an element of her performing this song which didn't quite work for me because I couldn't get out of my head that I don't know whether her as an artist should be singing this song. But nonetheless, this song's had a recent rebirth with Steps, a mixed gender band from the UK who is huge. They're still selling albums. They're still getting into top 2, top 3 of the UK charts. They did a cover of this song on one of their recent albums. And I know some hardcore Melodifestivalen and Eurovision fans think that they may have butchered it or shouldn't have touched it, but I quite liked it. But it just, and they released that song actually. They actually released it as a single off that album. This is a great track. It's a great track. And yeah, I kind of, maybe if someone else sung it, I don't want to do any disservice to Jenny Silva because I love Jenny Silva. But yeah, I don't know. There is an element where I think maybe if this was sung by someone else, it may have done slightly better. There we go. I put that out there into the universe. Maybe someone can carry on that debate in the comments below. Number 7 has to go to, oh yeah, I love this song. 2011 again. She came 4th, Sana Nielsen with I'm in Love.
All my love I give to you. All I do for you. I'm in love. Baby, I'm in love.
You know, what was it? Seventh time's a charm. It took her 7 attempts to get to Eurovision with Undo. Love that song. But before that, she had many, many, many songs. I'm in Love is just iconic. For a moment, they took it off Spotify, and I remember being really upset, but they put it back on again now. I listen to this song a lot. I love Sanna Nielsen. It's still one of my kind of life's ambitions to see her live. I remember being really disappointed the year that she did Undo. I went to Stockholm Pride, and it's normally tradition that that year's entry kind of performs at Stockholm Pride, and she was nowhere to be seen. So one day I will see her live, and obviously I'm only familiar with her Melodifestivalen discography, but I feel that's enough to enjoy a concert by her. So yeah, number 7, Sanna Nielsen, I'm in Love. Number 6, I remember this song, and yeah, I'm looking at it now. There is an element of this song is just like, you've heard this song before. It's a mix of previous songs out there that exist, but nonetheless, it does come together for an amazing bop. It's Lily and Susie with Show Me Heaven. So yeah, this participated in Melodifestivalen in 2009, got to Andrew Chance, second chance rounds, and got knocked out. Look, it's an earworm. It's an earworm sung by two divas. It's camp classic. It's, when it comes on, show me a river, gimme, come set us free. I love it. Addicted. So number 6 goes to Lily and Susie, Show Me Heaven. Number 5, which probably people will be like, I have absolutely no idea why Shane has put this song at number 5, bearing in mind there are some amazing songs at national finals which Thomas Gieson has written that hasn't even been mentioned yet and won't be. But for me, it's a song that on instant listen, I was like, I'm absolutely obsessed. I listen to it all the time. And people probably won't even remember it. It was a band called Love Stoned in 2010 with the song Thursday.
Give me a few silly Saturdays. I take them Fridays, finally Fridays, over a line of lazy Sundays. If we have a million more to go, let's live them.
So this participated in Melodifestivalen and came 6th in their heat. It didn't even register. I mean, I didn't really understand. The 2 male vocalists sang it really well. They all sang it really well. It's super catchy, and it just baffles me that this song just completely flopped. It's a flop. And as a result of that, what happened to Love Stoned? They obviously came together for Melodifestivalen and parted ways afterwards. But for me, I think this song is just super catchy. It just needs a rejuvenation. Someone needs to do something with the song and try and make it a thing now, because it seems to have died, and I love it. Number 4, this is my first song that isn't a Melodifestivalen song, and I remember listening to this song before the national final being like, what the hell is this? This is insanely amazing. In hindsight, it came 3rd. It just qualified from the semi-final into the final in Norway, Norsk Melodi Grand Prix in 2012. It's Raiden with High on Love. So this was the year that Norway went with 2G Stay, which did get to the final of Eurovision but came last. This song is amazing. I mean, Raiden, High on Love. I didn't know it was written by Thomas Gieson at the time. It was only by doing research a few months ago that I found out it was a Thomas Gieson song, and I was not surprised, and hence probably why I absolutely love it. Look, I mean, maybe there is an element of this just a lady on her own, just delivering this powerhouse vocal and not really doing much else, compared to 2G that basically gave a show. But regardless, I mean, she's an amazing performer. I tried to follow her career after that, and it didn't, as far as I'm aware, go anywhere in the sense of a guy from the UK being able to follow it. She's got an amazing vocal. This song's really good. I think had this song gone to Eurovision, I think it would have done better than 2G. I mean, I don't think it even was in the top 3 of this national final. This is, Norsk Melodi Grand Prix has a tradition of not actually announcing the full results of the final, which I don't have an issue with. It just means I don't know where this came. But nonetheless, love this song. Absolutely amazing. Raiden, High on Love. Okay, number 3. It goes to an act, because they had 2 songs and they actually do sound quite similar. And as a result, that I couldn't tear them apart. So I thought I'd do a joint third. Cop out. That was 35 songs to choose from, and this was an easier way of doing it. So it goes to a band, Man Meadow. Some hardcore Eurovision fans out there might be familiar with them. So interestingly, I think they're both Swedish. They participated in Poland's national final in 2008 and 2009. So 2008, they participated with a song called, get them the right way round, Shane, Viva la musica. And then in 2009, they competed with Love's Gonna Get You, oh, it's all good, love's gonna get you, oh, thought you knew.
Gonna get you, my love's gonna get you. Just go for it, you got it in your heart. Love's gonna get you, my love's gonna get you. Just go for it, you got it in your heart.
Now, look, so in 2008, they came third, Isis G won. I think that was a no-brainer. And I think because she did quite well for Poland with a ballad, Poland then went for another female ballad the year after with Lydia. And they came sixth that year, which I think deserved a lot better. Now, this band is cool. So the brunette one, or the brown-haired one, he's actually, or was, a backing singer, dancer for Annie Lorak, Shady Lady, for Ukraine. Now, I've mentioned in previous videos that when I would host Eurovision parties for the final and invite all my friends, I would get acts to do small videos which I would play at the beginning of the parties. And actually, Man Meadow did a video for me, which I'm extremely grateful for.
Hi guys, at Shane's Eurovision party. Hope you're having a great time. Fredrik and I just wanted to wish you a great night. We're here at Fredrik's house, right by the water, this sunny summer evening in Stockholm. Have a great night.
Look, both these tracks are amazing. And I mentioned earlier that I was in Stockholm Pride. So what year was Sana Nielsen undo? 2013, 2014? I'm going to go 2013. I was at Stockholm Pride, but I got to see Man Meadow. They actually were on the main stage at Stockholm Pride. They didn't sing any of these songs though, unfortunately. But nonetheless, I listen to these songs all the time. I mean, anyone who subscribes and follows my channel will not be surprised that this is in third place. It's everything that I love and more. But yeah, number 3 goes to Man Meadow. Both their entries participating in Poland. I love them both. Number 2, I've done it again because all 3 of these songs I absolutely love, and they're by the same artist. And it's an artist that I've absolutely come to fall in love with, and that's Anna Bergendahl. Now, obviously, bless her heart, it didn't go quite well for her when she represented Sweden in Eurovision. What year was that? I wrote it down earlier because I'd forgotten. 2010 with This Is My Life. Is that the only time Sweden hasn't passed the semi-final stage since they've introduced it? In recent history, right? She's amazing. So I managed to see her this year when I went to watch Melodifestivalen. They were doing Melfest parties on the Friday, Saturday night. And what night did I see her? Was it the Friday night? Anyway, I got to see her sing all of these classics. So yeah, in 2019, Ashes to Ashes, where she came 10th, amazing song.
There's a fire on the horizon and down the spark. I'm gonna shine, I'm gonna glow, I'm gonna burn. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust.
Her best results since coming back in 2020 with Kingdom Come, where she came 3rd.
Kingdom come, and on and on and on. Forever I let that light in. Put a price on my head, keep fighting for the lonely ones. My kingdom come.
And most recently with Higher Power in 2022, where she came 12th. All 3 songs reaching the final.
I see higher powers, a spirit larger than life, digging right through the dirt, releasing the devil, and so I arise.
Now, I actually really liked Higher Power. It was one of my favourites, but I do understand potentially why it came last in the final. But nonetheless, love this lady, and I really hope that she's coming back soon again for Melodifestivalen, because I really want her to go to Eurovision again and get that kind of memory that she absolutely deserves. I don't want her Eurovision memory to be the drama that happened in and around This Is My Life, because she seems like an absolutely lovely person. In interviews and stuff that I've seen of her on YouTube. She seems absolutely lovely and I want to give her a big hug. So yeah, number 2 goes to Anna Bergendahl and those 3 entries that I mentioned. Now, number 1, this is a song that I have never forgotten. I'll have a few months where I forget it and then it'll come on my Spotify. I'm like, yes! Didn't know it was a Thomas Gieson song until a few months ago. It is a song that isn't Swedish, i.e. it didn't participate in Melodifestivalen, and it participated in Spain in 2009. So in 2009, Spain went for Soraya La Noche para mí. Understandable, great song. I think that was written by Swedish people. But my favourite song this year was Morella. Nada es comparable, nada es comparable, nada es comparable. This song was amazing. I was backing this song the whole time through the semi-final into the final. I think this song is absolutely ingenious. I love this song. It's one of my favourite songs of all time, in fact. And again, wasn't a surprise when I saw it was a Thomas Gieson song a few months back. Now, Morella, bless her heart, what was it, 2007? So this is 2009. 2007, she comes second to Dinesh with Queen of the Night. And then, bless her heart, she then tries to come back again in 2017, where she comes second again, but with that very dramatic national final. I don't even talking about it gives me PTSD. But Spain basically sent Manel Navarro Do It For Your Lover when they could have selected Contigo, na, 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 Contigo, sung by Morella. That was heartbreaking, and I kind of assumed how 2017 went down, she wouldn't come back. That was disgraceful. That was disgraceful. That was disgraceful. But nonetheless, Nada es comparable, I'm probably saying it wrong, is my favourite Thomas Gieson song at the national final level that didn't go to Eurovision. I would have preferred this to go to Eurovision instead of Soraya, but I don't want to do that because I know Soraya is very close to Spanish people's hearts, and by saying that I will offend a lot of people. But I think this song is beautiful, and I love Morella. What a sad story she's had. This girl needs some luck at the Eurovision level. She's probably put Eurovision to the back of her mind and wants nothing to do with it again, and that's completely understandable. But I love you, Morella, and I love this song. So there we go. There is my top 10 national final songs by Thomas Gieson at national finals. Now, I will put a link to the Wikipedia page with all of his songs listed for hardcore Eurovision fans that probably know a lot of them. But I'll also put a link to the Misia Eurovision video where you can watch, I think it's 28, 29 minutes. He's had a lot of songs. And you will probably disagree with everything I've said. There are some absolute gems out there. So do have a look at those if you haven't had a look at those before this video. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. So I'm going to leave it there because I am literally sweating because it's just so disgustingly hot in this apartment and I need a shower because I feel gross. So there we go. I'm going to leave it there. If you're still here and you haven't subscribed, please do. Click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.